Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. In the last part we gained the trust of the Gerudos and were inducted into their society, in their matriarchal society. Haunted wasteland, if you chase a mirage, the desert will swallow you. Only one path is true. So yeah, we're here heading on to a new chapter in our society. Final Fantasy XII, Eat Your Heart Out. You've got the River of Sand here, which is like the first obstacle. And this sand is like the sand that's in, it's kind of like the sand that's in Shifting Sandland in Mario 64. It'll pretty much just swallow you up if you go into it. So yeah, but this area is actually quite cool. It's not that complicated. All you have to do is follow the flags. You don't follow the arrows. You follow the flags. And then you'll be fine. Otherwise, it's kind of like, it's got a kind of a Lost Woods thing going on. If you veer from the path set out by the flags, you'll pretty much end up just being warped back to the start of the desert. So, and that is not something that we need. Now this is kind of a bit, okay, there's the next one. But I think it's a really cool area, which kind of like, it's just pretty radical if you ask me. Okay, is that the one that I just came from? Pretty sure it actually is. I could end up going backwards here because it's really easy to get turned around in this area and end up heading back to where you started, but no, I seem to have done it. Okay, here we are. There's actually a Skulltula in here. There's like a shop in here as well. Okay, there he is. Okay, I didn't expect him to appear in the daytime. What is like here? Can we get this thing without like some of these Skulltulas? You can get them like without thingy bobbing them, without using the, what am I saying, hook shot. No, that is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to get this because I want to see what's in this room when we light these torches. And Din's Fire is like the easiest way I can think of doing that. It's probably just rupees or... Okay, where is my chest, please? Oh, there it is. I thought it would appear between the two of them. Go figure. I suppose out here in the desert, things are not as they always want they appear to be. Got Deku nuts. I actually probably... If I'd known that it was just 50 rupees, I actually would have avoided using... Oh, I might actually get that. I do have like the empty bottles here. Would you like to send more letters? I don't know why I got reminded of that, but we're actually going to need our Lens of Truth here, so might as well get that out. I kind of want to show you guys the shopkeeper though, because the shopkeeper is quite cool. There's like a crazy dude on a magic carpet up here. But yeah, this desert area it just has some really nice ideas to it, like the whole, like the sandstorm effect is really well done. Like the having to follow the flags, and then the next part with the ghost guy, the phantom presence or the phantom menace or whatever. Like having to follow him, the wanderer of the desert. That's pretty cool as well. Now what's this? One with the Eye of Truth shall be guided to the spirit temple by an inviting ghost. Where's the shopkeeper? I was pretty sure there was like a shop here. I'll be your guide on your way, but coming back I won't play. Okay, can I actually see where you're going, please? Thank you. The double magic meter is really handy for this because you just don't have to worry as much then about like running out of magic. You can Z target him as well. It makes it a bit easier because he doesn't really move that slowly anyway. Or he doesn't really move that quickly anyway, but thing is, like when you're Z targeting, Link doesn't really walk that quickly when you're moving to the side, so it's not really that ideal. He doesn't move that quickly. It's not like you're going to lose track of him or anything. These like guys might like fuck you up, the levers and whatever, but I find like the levers, they have such a kind of an incongruous pattern that they go by that it's almost like this part makes it easy to avoid them, because whatever way they're programmed, they seem to be almost programmed to catch you out if you're trying to run away from them. Whereas like with the way it is with this guy, you're always stopping and starting and turning around and moving in kind of like a jerky manner, which makes them like less likely to hit you because they don't stop. It's not like levers actually like move around or circle around or anything. They'll like just go in a straight line on a vector, like to kill you. Am I actually here now, or is he like? No, I was gonna say like we could like deviate from our path now, but I'd prefer not to. I'm just going to follow him like a good little boy. Follow this ghost, and we'll get to where we need to go. So that's the desert over and done with. The haunted wasteland, like as I say, one of the cooler areas in the game, and we end up out here, like. I don't know, this whole like part of the game, it's a shame that I haven't played it more, because as I say, you end up playing, like, getting a hankering to play Ocarina of Time. You end up getting a hankering to play Ocarina of Time, and you don't really, you play through a little bit. You play through a little bit, and then you don't end up playing it all the way through. And because of that, you don't end up seeing this area as often as you could see it, but it's actually, it's really cool. Like, it's a nice vast kind of open area. There aren't really many areas like that in this game. There's Hyrule Field, and there's the Haunted Wasteland, and then there's this area out in the middle of it, and it's so different to anything you've seen in the game otherwise. It's just really cool. I don't know. We'll head on in here. Well, I suppose Lake Hylia is another nice big open area. So here we are, the Spirit Temple. These pots, like, if they do hit you, usually they'll... If they do even do hit you, usually they'll drop a heart anyway, so what are they going to do about it? Now this is what's going to stop us even being able to progress in here, because as you can see, there's like a block over here we can't get past. Because it's too big for us to push, and there's like a little hole in there that we can't. There's like a hole there that we can't get through. So you might be wondering, well, what are we going to do here? How are we going to even progress in the Spirit Temple? Well, that's the one cool thing about this that's one of the really cool things about this temple is, well, you don't. Not, at least not right now, and they really throw you a curveball, because like with the, like, that's what kind of stops this being just a game of two halves, like of it being, oh, you're young Link first and then you're old Link. Well, like when you get to that pretty much does remain the case up on, like, all through the Fire Temple, Forest Temple, Fire Temple, Water Temple. And then you get to the Shadow Temple, and all of a sudden, well, you need the Lens of Truth, you need to turn back into a child. And for the Spirit Temple, they make you do that as well. Who's this idiot? Well, who's it going to be? It's Sheik, my hero. Oh, this music again. Past, present, future. The Master Sword is a ship with which you can sail upstream and downstream through Time's river. The port for that ship is in the Temple of Time. To restore the Desert Colossus and enter the Spirit Temple, you must travel back through Time's flow. Listen to this requiem of spirit. This melody will lead a child back to the desert. Like, as I say, it's really cool, like, the way they actually, when you get to the Shadow and Spirit Temple, they kind of say, like, okay, well, you've enjoyed being an adult now, you haven't been a child for a while, let's change it up, and in order to progress in the game, you'll need to turn back into a child again. This is actually one of the songs that's in Twilight Princess that you can howl, like, you can howl as a wolf to. There's Kapora Gabora up there, keeping a watchful eye over us as always. We've got so many friends in this game. Like, I mean, you do make so many friends. We're friends with Kapora Gabora, with all the Kokiri. We have strong ties with the Gorons through Darunia. We have strong ties with the Zora. Like, and now we're being inducted into the Gerudo Society. I mean, Link just, he seems to be a very lovable guy. I love the tension of this moment. Like, because the tension of that moment, it's like Link, you can almost imagine Link saying, like, who are you? Like, you can almost imagine that there's this this connection between the two of them, and everyone knows that it's actually Zelda, that kind of way. There's no, that's not even a spoiler anymore, but like you can tell that there's almost a sense of recognition that Link's kind of saying, I know you from somewhere, who are you, kind of a thing. See, that's what I'm talking about. They seem like programmed to actually hurt you if you're trying to get away from them. Now, I'm looking for, there are skull tullahs here that you can get with like the hook shot. One, it's like on top of a tree or something. But where those trees are, nobody knows. They're up here, aren't they? Well, at least we'll be able to see them from up here. Over here? Oh yeah, here's where like that oasis part is. Well, I'll need to get out my hook shot, won't I? Because I'm pretty sure there is like there are skull tullahs up here. Who knows what that's about? Do you know what that is? That's probably one of those areas that you can... That's probably one of those areas that you can get a fairy out of if you play Zelda's Lullaby. So because I couldn't see it being like an area that you... What is in here? What an odd little depression. I presume it's like a dried up oasis. Well, I think it is actually an oasis when you come back here as a child. But yeah. Not really sure what I'm doing here. I suppose there's no sense in like hanging around here as an adult. There's nothing you can really do here. It'd make more sense to actually get back here as a child and it'd make more sense to actually get back here as a child and plant the bean sprout and get that skull tullah, wouldn't it? Yes, I would like to warp to the Temple of Time. But yeah, like with Sheik, you can almost tell in that scene just the tension between them where it's completely silent. There's this sense of recognition of Link, like almost being like, oh, I know you from somewhere, who are you? And it's just really cool. It's another one of those really nice scenes that they really did well, where they just kind of leave it speak for itself and leave it kind of the air to breathe, you know? So yeah, we're just going to drop our sword here into the plinth. That is the right word, isn't it? I have no idea how long this video has been going on for. I'm pretty sure it's only, what, like, it's probably like 15 minutes, who knows? But that's like time to get at least up to the Spirit Temple, so that in the next part we can just get started on it straight away. Because I do have the bugs. I do have the bugs to actually take care of that, so I might as well. But do I have the beans? That's the other question. I probably do. I probably bought them all already. It'd be silly if I didn't, because I have so much money. I've so much money I can't carry any more money. And where actually is the bean leaf? Or the little... Where actually even is the little... the place where you plant the seed here? Is it over there in that oasis? I kind of just want to see if there actually is water in there, because I can't remember. As I say levers, yeah, there is water in there. That is really... Oh no, that's not water. That's a rock. As I say levers, it seems like the more... They are faster than you, so it seems like the more that you try to run away from them, the more likely they are to hit you. If you kind of make your motions a little bit more erratic, then they're less likely to hit you. Well, it is a little bit greener here, I think, but there's still no, like, bean patch. This area is so big. It's way bigger than you'd actually think. Because there's actually not a lot here. All that's here is the... All that's really here is the entrance to the Spirit Temple. But like when you think of like the areas that are like the area that's the entrance to the Forest Temple, there's fuck all there. Like seriously, there's nothing there. There's like that stump where Soraya sits and does fuck all. Okay, this is really starting to get on my nerves where this bean hole is. It must be somewhere around here somewhere. Well, of course it has to be somewhere around here somewhere. Is it actually like right over there at the entrance? Or where is it? It couldn't be though, could it? Sure enough, there it is. Who's ever heard of that? Like, just a bean out in the middle of no. Thanks be to Christ, I do have the bean. Miss Bean, let's hit it! And she comes lumbering along. Miss Bean, I said let's hit it! Sorry if that was like really loud. There's no other way to say that. I can't even say it like she says it. We don't need bugs anymore. I can't even say it like she says it, like Emma Roberts says it. I don't think anyone can say it like she says it because it's just so screechy and so amazing. It's from Scream Queens. Like, it's actually in the first episode, isn't it? Where she's like, Miss Bean, let's hit it. It's just ridiculous. I love it. Okay, let's get these beans planted here. Because I'm pretty sure maybe you need the leaf to get to the Skulltula as an adult. I don't know. We still have some time. We'll get the Spirit Temple. At least we'll get the little, the chat with Nabooru out of the way. They won't even hit you. Because now we can actually crawl into this hole. Well, there she is. Hello there. I haven't seen you around, kid. What do you want? We want to looking for the sages. Might as well say that. A sage? I don't know anyone like that. You don't know anyone who's sagely? Yeah, we've heard you say that you've never seen anyone around here like that before. We're looking to see the temple. You're just a kid. The temple is no place for kids. But we have like the Gerudo's token. Don't you want to see my token? Nothing, really. You have nothing to do? What good timing. Can you do me a favor, kid? Wait a second. I want to ask you first. You wouldn't happen to be one of Ganondorf's something or other's followers, would you? I hate Ganondorf. See, the thing is, this is really cool as well. There's this other kind of little power struggle going on here, too. It's not just like... Because for all the other people in Hyrule, it's just like Ganondorf's coming in there messing up the place. But there's this extra dimension with the Gerudo and with Nabooru as well, because like Nabooru is the leader of the Gerudos. She's a lone wolf thief. Well, she's not really the official leader. Ganondorf would be the official leader. But Nabooru is like the de facto leader because she has like their respect and whatever. Though we're both thieves, I'm completely different from Ganondorf. And like Nabooru, like Ganondorf's after taking over and whatever, you know? And she doesn't like him. Like, he's giving the Gerudo a bad name as well. And he even killed people as well. A kid like you may not know this, but the Gerudo race consists only of women. Only one man is born every 100 years. This is what I'm talking about. There's like this whole like other aspect to their culture. Even though our laws say that lone male Gerudo must be king of the Gerudo, I'll never bow to such an evil man. By the way, what is your name, kid? Oh, I'm Harry. Harry? What kind of name is that? Well, obviously you don't get names like that out in the desert. She's going to ask us a favor. Do you know what this is like? This is like, do you remember that episode of Hey Arnold, where there was a house that had like a window that was the exact same shape as his head? So that guy got Arnold to like break in there. The treasure is the silver gauntlets. If you equip them, you can easily push and pull heavy things. No, 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 kid. Don't even think about taking this treasure for yourself. The silver gauntlets won't fit a little kid like you if you try to equip them. I want you to be a good boy and give them to me. Ganondorf and his minions are using the Spirit Temple as a hideout. Only the silver gauntlets will allow me to sneak deep into the temple. Yeah, so this is the thing, Nabooru is technically on the same mission as we are, but for like other reasons. She doesn't think that Ganondorf is like a proper leader for the Gerudo, and she wants to be like the leader of the Gerudo again. Thanks, kid. You and I, let's give Ganondorf and his followers a big surprise, shall we? She's just a cool character and she comes out of nowhere. That's the thing that's so cool about her as well, is that like the other she'll do something great for, yeah, what'll she do? Give me a blowjob, her first blowjob of my life or something. The cool thing about Nabooru is that she comes out of nowhere. Like Impa and Rusho and the Gorons and everything, they're all like there from the beginning of the game, but Nabooru just kind of comes out of nowhere in the second half of the game, or like right at the end of the game, really. And it's just one of the coolest characters there is. So I think that's enough for this video, though. It's been going on for long enough. In the next part, we're going to actually get a start on the cool Spirit Temple, which is, as I say, a really, really nice place. So, thanks a million for watching. See you next time. Bye now.